Nostalgia, Bitter or Sweet? By Philip J. Campbelltown 2560. Narrated by David Tredinnick. Nostalgia. At our age, there's a lot of it about. We sit in our self-care unit in the retirement village, she making greeting cards, a long-practiced hobby, me either reading or doing puzzles or sitting at the computer reconciling household finances. The mind inevitably wanders back in time, a long and fortunate life behind, a future of unknown longevity ahead. Then, wartime. 2 boys at home with only a mother. Dad is at sea fighting the Japanese invaders. Food bought only if we had enough ration tickets. One night, the sound of an explosion 10 miles away. A ferry sunk in Sydney Harbour by a Jap midget submarine. To a 9-year-old boy, these things are only incidental to school days, playing with the brother or fighting against other gangs in the paddock nearby. Now, China looming large in the world, inscrutable as ever. The USA elects a president capable of strange and dramatic decisions. Putin in Russia aggresses against Ukraine, apparently to restore in part the realm held by his idol, the wartime Stalin. India and Pakistan firing missiles at each other. Then, a 19-year-old trains in the Air Force as part of the National Service Scheme. In doing so, by mere chance, he meets a young lass from a nearby town, and love blooms. They marry, and the story continues. Now, the body suffers from previous experiences. The back has lost power in many of the core muscles which combine with the vertebra to keep us upright. The stance is stooped. Movement and balance are accomplished only with the aid of a 4-wheeled walking frame. Distance travel, such as shopping, is through the use of an electric scooter. One eye is blind, but reading is not impaired. Only the judgment of distance in front, making it impossible to hold a driving license. Then, playing tennis and squash, driving the family wherever and whenever we wished or needed to go, watching our 4 children compete in ballroom dancing competition, and being especially proud to see our son winning 2 events in a prestigious championship overseas. Proud also when the other son fights cancer, including a long and arduous surgery, then joy as he survives. A different kind of joy when a daughter becomes a stepmom and makes a huge success of the job, having the initiative and drive to earn promotion at work, especially in the new field of information technology. Now, owning a mobile phone and not understanding enough to use its capabilities fully, owning a desktop computer and using it for banking and communications via email, but feeling more comfortable using the phone to solve problems. Then, able at a whim to travel overseas by plane. Seeing every 2 or 3 years our daughter, married and resident in the USA for 42 years, and our 2 grandsons. To travel round the world twice, visiting far-flung extended family members, not feeling the stresses and strains of long-distance air travel. Indulging in the luxury of cruising by liner, enjoying the pampering of such travel, and in one ship, circumnavigating Australia. In doing so, able to commemorate my late father by dropping a rose in the water at the spot where his ashes had been scattered at sea in 1995. Looking at what has been said so far, one is bound to feel as if there is a cloak of negativity being thrown over the phenomenon of what is called old. Realizing this, one wonders, is there not a positive side to this inevitable phenomenon? Of course there is. Now, there is innate wisdom unrecognized. This emerges at unexpected times, such as when a friend has a problem which is worrying them. When the problem is stated, it sometimes brings to mind a similar situation either experienced or related by someone. If the memory is good, one recalls how the problem was solved, and the retelling of the solution may help the person find the solution to the current problem. Then, one was unworldly, Never having left Australia and ignorant of other cultures, languages, foods, or traditions, one's attitudes and beliefs could be moulded simply by believing tales of adverse experiences or behaviours outside Australia. Now, after much travel abroad, meeting family members in other countries or living and studying in foreign cities, one's mind has been opened to a much greater extent. A lot of understanding has been assimilated, and a lot of tolerance has been generated so that life is lived more calmly, and certain news has less power to fester hatred in the mind. Then, the children were a constant centre of attention, where health must be assured. Welfare and safety of these protectees was front and centre of the mind every waking hour. Now, the children are well married, well settled and secure and happy. One can settle back and ponder on how beautiful the newest great-grandchild is and feel well satisfied with the family development. It seems to me that one is, by natural means, built to be capable of coping with the current situation. When life is fast, frantic, hectic, one's body and mind can respond in fast and hectic mode sufficient to cope with and overcome whatever one is faced with. When the body and/or mind is slower, less capable, the crises tend to be ones which can be overcome by slower, less mind-boggling means. Of course, there may be exceptions, in which case one calls in a younger person for assistance. Nostalgia is sweet. The end.